Welcome to Maynard Jackson High School, the site of our SDH High School Game of the Week here in Atlanta. Maynard Jackson hosting Central Carroll on the boys' side in our nightcap. The Maynard Jackson girls got us started with a 9-0 win over Central Carroll. Alongside John Nelson, I'm Jason Longshore. And John, set the scene. What are these teams looking like coming into the match?
Both teams coming in at 2-1, and your background for Maynard Jackson, they started off with a win against South Paulding, then a loss in overtime, 4-3 to Jackson County, then another overtime loss, 1-0 to Woodland. And that's how Himal Patel has gotten to this particular moment in time. When it comes to Central also coming in with a record of 2-1, a 2-1 win over Villa Rica, a 4-1 loss to Druid Hills at Druid Hills, then a 4-0 shutout of Sandy Creek last week. And that is where we are with two teams at 2-1 early in both of their non-region schedules.
Cold night here in Atlanta. Temperature dropping as we go. Referees want to get this one started a little bit earlier than we thought, and I can't really blame them. Central Carroll in the white tops, black shorts, and white socks. They'll be moving from left to right on your imaginary radio dial. Maynard Jackson in the all black, moving from right to left. We are standing about 15 yards off of the touchline. 4 rows up on the bleachers. So we have a very different vantage point than we're used to, John. We'll see how this one goes.
I'm looking forward to it. It's great once again last week being at Decatur, being with our season premiere with Parkview in Decatur, getting to see Central Carroll match 325 in Mike Townsend's career, 86th here at Central Carroll coming into tonight.
Maynard Jackson will be kicking off as we are just about underway. 2-1 teams, first 40 minutes underway, and the Jaguars work it to the back of their 4-3-3. Central Carroll in a 4-4-2 to get us started. Jaguars trying to find the handle, unable to do so. It's Central Carroll, the Lions, getting into the middle third. Now they lose it. Jaguars on the break. Central Carroll able to stop that in the middle of the park. Foul called. It'll be a free kick for the Lions as Frederick Hartley tried to get loose for the Jaguars into the attacking third. Lions play it long over the top, headed away by Jesse Feynman. It'll be a throw for the Lions inside the attacking third. The long diagonal gives the Lions possession.
And we'll see how much of Sergi Busquets you get to see in a player like Jesse Feynman. Models his game after Busquets. Let's see.
See if he is a longtime Barcelona fan. Picking Busquets. Good taste on that one. Foul throw, first time we've seen that this season. It's turned over to Maynard Jackson. Back heel flick into the middle third, and here come the Jaguars led by Charlie Blackburn. Blackburn loses possession. Lions trying to find the combinations to get through the middle third. Bodies collide, no foul called. Jaguars come away with it. Throw for the Lions on the far side. Frenetic pace early on. Kind of expected. We see this in the boys' games quite a bit early. It's a lot of pace. It's a lot of long ball. Who settles the ball down and plays will probably take control of this match. Jaguars into the attacking half now through Josmar Garibo. Loses possession. Lions trying to turn and get out of their defensive third. They pop it loose into the middle third, but it is quickly intercepted by Luther Elrod. Ball played forward, cleared away by the Lions. Spencer Knoll with the clearance for Central Carroll. Throw on the far side for the Jaguars. Into the final third, into the 18. Defended pretty well. Shot goes into the side netting. Doesn't really test the goalkeeper, Camden Jones, an all-stater in 2020-21. He watches that one into the side netting, and it'll be a goal kick.
Luke Skinner there defending for Central Carroll. You could see early on Maynard Jackson's trying to get Yosemar Garibo involved, engaged, and get his speed in to get Central Carroll on their heels.
Jaguars able to pick off the goal kick initially, but the pass doesn't connect. Here come the Lions on a break, trying to get through the middle of the park. Lions into the 18, shot by the goalkeeper, and it's into the back of the net. Great through ball for Central Carroll, and it's Brennan Little who just slips it past the goalkeeper, Simon Beltran. Great finish by Little. Central Carroll leads 1-0.
11 goals in his first 2 seasons at Central Carroll, off and running here in 2021. A goal 3 minutes in, and the visitors on the board with the lead.
Third goal of the season for the sophomore, Brennan Little. Jaguars now have to answer. They had more of the possession in the first 3 minutes, but it's Central Carroll on the counter who gets on the board first. Just under 37 minutes remaining in the first half. Jaguars trailing 1-0. They take the free kick a little too quickly. Have to bring that one back. It's Jesse Feynman. We'll try again. 10 yards inside his own half. Feynman drops this one down the right side. Jaguars able to rescue it, looking for the cross. Cleared away. Not decisively. Shot on and wide. Nearly an opportunity. Took a deflection, though. It'll be a corner on the far side for the Jaguars.
There's that pressure that we've been looking at for Maynard Jackson here in the first handful of minutes. Another chance where you've got Central Carroll on their heels now. Corner kick 4 minutes in.
Corner on the far side. It'll be an out-swinging corner to the top of the arc. Touched past. It came off the attacker. Feynman had gotten forward. Just tries to poke that one into the far side. Puts it over the bar.
Once again, Luke Skinner there defending well for Central Carroll out of the blocks. He's been tested twice, if not 3 times early on so far.
Lions play the goal kick short, and they look to go long after the short ball, picked off quickly by Warner Burns. Jaguars on the right side of their attack lose possession. It's a ball over the top looking for Little. It comes all the way across this time. Cleared by the Jaguars. It was Javi Rodriguez trying to get in behind for Central Carroll. Throw in finds Rodriguez. Touched away quickly by Maynard Jackson, by Marvin Hernandez. Throw back by Central Carroll. Cam Cochran. Cochran loses possession. He'd get another crack at it with a throw. Well defended by Fred Wallace. Actually, last touch came off of Cochran. Tried to convince the referee otherwise. Wasn't having it. Fred Wallace leaves the throw back for Hartley. Wallace trying to turn. Garibo. Nowhere to go for him. Burns helps it forward. And Diduck plays it out to the right side. Jaguars stood up, but they end up tight roping the touchline on the far side. Garibo with the through ball, cross into the back post. Nearly found the back of the net. That was a cross/shot that nearly equalized. Everyone flailing. It's a goal kick.
Garibo looking for Fred Wallace. Fred Wallace, the intended target that time. He couldn't quite get there to volley it in the back of the net, but you're seeing once again another wave from Maynard Jackson 6 minutes in.
I think Garibo was looking for Wallace, but he almost found the back of the net with a mishit. He would have claimed it. Everybody would. No problem with that.
No doubt.
Jaguars in the middle third after the goal kick, cleared by Burns. Lions with a header, unable to settle. And it's Wallace now on the left side for Maynard Jackson. Garibo, touch to the right side. On his right foot, shot blocked at the top of the 18. Collision, it'll be a free kick for Maynard Jackson in a dangerous spot, about 25 yards from goal. We'll see what the Jaguars, led by Coach Emil Patel, have lined up here. Garibo looks like he wants it. There's another option as well with the left foot. Garibo steps to it. Right-footed shot just wide. Goalkeeper lunging for it. Does not get a touch to it. If that had been about a foot inside, I think it's in the back of the net.
Camden Jones tested once again, the 2021 All-Stater. He's had to be on his toes here in the first 8 minutes. Another challenge with a 1-0 lead.
Great shot from Garibo, just a little wide of that far post. Goal kick taken short. Central Carroll looking for the ball over the top. They like to go short out of the back and then look for the bomb over the top. Doesn't come off this time. Maynard Jackson in the middle third, get possession. Garibo on it now, forced backwards. Gets some help. Back to Garibo. Garibo this time able to spin and turn. Diduck carrying forward, gets some help from Garibo. Not on the same page, turned over. Lions now in the middle third. Great through ball. The Lions creating opportunities with those passes on the ground, looking for Rodriguez. 1 goal and 1 assist on the year for the junior. Unable to control it. It'll be a throw for Central Carroll about 30 yards from goal.
Warner Burns there heading to Tulane next year. Warner Burns, 2 of the 6'3" center backs that Maynard Jackson has at their disposal, there to defend for the throw.
Cam Cochran takes the throw. Lions trying to settle on the edge of the 18. Rodriguez trying to get in for it. He can't do it. Goalkeeper Simon Beltran out quickly to gather that one in. 2 large center backs for Maynard Jackson. Difficult to get through on the air for the Lions. They're looking to get through them on the ground. The through balls from the middle third into the final third, creating danger. This time it's the Jaguars creating danger. Down the right side, defender gets a touch, but it will be a corner, it appears, on the far side for the Jaguars. That time the Jaguars look for the long ball over the top.
Yep, Garibo and Skinner once again. This is the 3rd or 4th time that we've seen this matchup, and Skinner has had his hands full with Garibo right now. I'd call it a draw with these two so far with their jousting.
It's a throw instead of the corner, taken short, cross in, top of the 6, unable to control. Lions able to clear, not convincing defending that time around, but effective. Jonathan Martinez with the clearance. Jaguars step up and take the throw. Garibo with the flick over his head. Nobody reading that one. Easy pickings for Camden Jones. Jones with the punt into the middle third for Central Carroll. Lions looking to control it through Rodriguez. He doesn't get a touch. Pass looking back for him. Deflected in the middle third. Little bit of pinball. Jaguars able to clear. Back and forth action here as Central Carroll looks for that through ball again. Rodriguez started his run just a little bit too early. Flag went up quickly. Thought the referee was in a pretty good position if he wanted to let that play through, but we had a good angle on that one, almost right in front of us. Rodriguez got started about a step early.
The 2-year starter for Central Carroll, he wanted to try to get another goal on the board for the visitors as we're almost 10 minutes through. Another chance there for Central Carroll, but the flag was up.
Wallace with a flick to Garibo. Lions able to clear it. Throw deep for Maynard Jackson here at 29:30 on the clock. Central Carroll with the 1-0 lead. A counterattack goal. Jaguars trying to find an answer. Throw in to the feet of Garibo. His cross is blocked. This time it'll be a corner from the near sides. Garibo chases this one down. He'll likely take it.
It's going to take a while for him to track the ball down as it almost ends up 30 or 40 yards behind net. It'd be interesting to see what Maynard Jackson does here on this corner as they try to come up with an equalizer 11 minutes in.
Fence wasn't there. That might have ended up in the Chick-fil-A parking lot or the Kroger parking lot. Take your pick. Garibo going to take this. In swinger, back post. Gets over everybody. Lions able to break out. They keep possession on the ground. Another through ball attempt. Well defended that time around by Luther Elrod. He was the last man back. Had to win it in front of Giovanni Perez. He did, got the touch, and evaded the opportunity for the Lions.
Quinn Elrod heading to Barry at the next level. Not sure whether or not he's going to play soccer, but channeling his favorite Harry Maguire there on that last play.
Through ball attempt in for the Lions. Entry pass is picked off by Cochran. Cochran slips it inside looking for Rodriguez. Turn, pass attempt, cleared by the Jaguars. It's actually Little who was trying to turn on that for Central Carroll. Rodriguez now tries to chest it down. Diduck steals it away. Jaguars looking for the ball over the top for Garibo, unable to find him. Backline for Central Carroll standing strong. They headed into the middle third. Cochran fighting for it, wins it, turns the corner. Cochran this time looking for the through ball for Little, your goal scorer. He's unable to get a touch. Could have been a pass back from Feynman to his goalkeeper Beltran. Wasn't clear enough, referee let it go. Some complaints from Central Carroll defenders, not listened to by our referee crew tonight. Diddick plays it short as Maynard Jackson trying to get an opportunity in the middle third to get into the final third. They can't do it. Picked off by the Lions. Nice tackle that time from Charlie Blackburn. Long ball looking for Wallace over the top. Easy for Jones to read. He gets there first. Throws it out quick to his right. Central Carroll trying to pick up the pace with the 1-0 lead. Cochran with the turn at midfield. Cochran sprays it over to the left side. Through ball behind Little. Cleared away by Warner Burns. Garibo chasing. Can't get there. Lions not quite on the same page that time around as Owen Hooker was checking back, trying to provide a short passing option. Ball played out over the touchline for a throw. Maynard Jackson will take it near midfield.
13 minutes in, 13 plus, heading on 14 minutes in so far, and that frantic pace that we saw last week coming out of the blocks, both teams trying to assert what they want to do offensively, try to get opportunities with the other team back on their heels, same as it is this week as we saw last.
Tomas Diddick leading the break for Maynard Jackson, gets it back from Wallace. Diddick down the left side, cuts back to his right foot, step over into the 18, cutting across. Diddick with the right-footed shot. Pulled it just a bit, and it took a deflection. Ends up being an easy grab for Camden Jones, but a great run from the senior, Tomas Diddick. Jones rolls it out short. Lions this time try to play long. It pays off. It takes a deflection. It falls to Little. Little unable to get in behind. Nicely defended at the end of that by Jesse Feynman. Little almost snuck in behind off of the deflection. Throw in the attacking third for Central Carroll. Rodriguez cutting to his left. Pass is picked off. Here come the Jaguars on the run. Garibo gets in behind this time around. Garibo streaking down the right side. Long range shot trying to catch Jones out. Unable to do it. Jones able to keep his footing and get down quickly to his right to grab that one in. That was optimistic from Garibo. Central Carroll now in the middle third. Ball over the top. Flag goes up as Little started his run a little early, trying to get in behind for Owen Hooker's diagonal. Free kick 35 yards from their goal for the Jaguars. Warner Burns will take it. Plays it short to Diddick. Back to Burns. Burns. Back to Diddick. Diddick with a nice turn. Out wide to the right side. Jaguars trying to find Garibo. Unable to do so. Burns steps up and wins it in the middle third. Burns carries it forward out of the back for Maynard Jackson. Tries to connect with Blackburn. Ends up falling out to the right side. Throw for the Jaguars. Central Carroll will make a quick sub. Maynard Jackson will take this throw inside their attacking half as Brandon Johnson has started to create some havoc on that side of the pitch. Blackburn to Johnson. Lions come away with it. Dangerous ball played inside, nearly picked off by Garibo. But Central Carroll keeps possession. Nowhere to go, so they play long. Nicely settled. Ball played over the top, but Burns is going to get there first. Now, a wayward clearance from Burns concedes the corner. Burns wasn't able to turn that out for the throw. So an opportunity here for Central Carroll. Looked like the sub, Ismael Esparza, was the one who was putting the pressure on Burns.
And I think that this is something we'll keep an eye on tonight, the substitution patterns. Once again, Maynard Jackson dealing with injuries, shorter bench than what we're seeing with Central Carroll here in 40-degree conditions.
22 and a half minutes on the clock. In swinging corner from the far side for the Lions. Touched away at the near post, half clearance. Garibo doesn't take any chances. Puts it into the high jump net. It will be another corner. Lions played that one low to the near post. Let's see what they do with attempt number 2. High to the back post this time around. Gets over everyone. Under pressure, it's Feynman. He lets it ride, takes the throw. Wallace, able to let that ride and run in behind Rodriguez. Wallace. Pass is picked off. Well handled by the Lions, recovering to defend. Big switch to the left side for Central Carroll. Headed down looking for the substitute, Esparza. Cuts it back to his right foot. Nice footwork from Esparza. Big switch is intercepted. Marvin Hernandez stepping in front of that one. Lion Dominguez plays the through ball in. Central Carroll able to deal with it, but they concede the corner as Maynard Jackson gets into the attacking half, creating danger.
Once again, Luke Skinner anticipating well and just gets rid of the ball to create a corner for Maynard Jackson, but slowed their momentum down so the defense can come back and regroup for this corner kick. 21 minutes to go first half.
Outswinging corner from the far side for the Jaguars, trailing 1-0. Ball played into the top of the 6. Goalkeeper diving for it. Not sure if he got a touch. The header goes over the crossbar. Maybe just a little late. Camden Jones trying to get to it. Lions bring on 3 substitutes now to bring the fresh legs into the match.
Looks like Owen Hooker is leaving temporarily. It looks like Giovanni Perez is back in for Central Carroll. Has the assist record for Central Carroll in the school's history, All-Stater in 2021.
It'll be a goal kick for Central Carroll. We're almost halfway through this first half. The Lions have the lead on the road here in East Atlanta. Maynard Jackson trying to find an equalizer. Goal kick will be played in by Camden Jones, the junior goalkeeper for the Lions. Long goal kick to midfield, settled by Central Carroll, cleared away by Burns. Rodriguez able to spin away from trouble. Great turn by Javier Rodriguez, who's dropped into a midfield role now for the Lions. His pass was intercepted. Maynard Jackson combined to get out of trouble on the right side, but it had already crossed the touchline. Throw for the Lions at midfield. Maynard Jackson more on the build-up side of things, combinations getting into the attack. For Central Carroll, it's been finding those through balls, finding the spaces, the channels to play it in behind. Testing this back line for Maynard Jackson. Burns steps up and wins the header. Garibo's dropped a little bit deeper to help Maynard Jackson out of trouble now. Stood up by Cochran. Diduck gets it, able to turn, tries to split 2. Diduck does split 2, and he's still on the ball. Great ball from Diduck. Jones off his line, doesn't get a touch, but it runs all the way past, unable to stop it. Central Carroll able to clear. Lion Dominguez had got in behind on the through ball from Diduck after he ran through arm tackles. Jones came off his line, did not get a touch, but forced Dominguez to take a heavy touch. Wide of him, wide of the goal, and unable to get on the end of it.
Big chance that time for Maynard Jackson. That close to the equalizer. They've got possession back middle third that quickly.
Jaguars now switch it to the left side to Marvin Hernandez. Hernandez to Diduck. Tomas Diduck over to the right side. Great touch by Johnson as he cuts inside. Combination for the Jaguars on the right side of things. Good job by Central Carroll to step into a passing lane after a couple of combinations. Able to deal with it, Luke Skinner. Throw on the far side for Maynard Jackson. Into the 18. Garibo tries to drop it to Dominguez. Intercepted. Jaguars still in possession in the attacking half, however. Cross, top of the 6. Jones gets a touch, able to knock it in front of him and run around the attacker to get to it. Really well handled by Camden Jones. He gets things started quickly. Cochran connects to Rodriguez. Good ball over the top from Rodriguez. Runners for the Lions. Lunge from the defense. Save. Difficult decisions here to handle. Flag went up. Referee blows the whistle. It's going to be a free kick, I believe, for Maynard Jackson. Some complaints from the Central Carroll fans who made the trip. I kind of have to agree with them. It looked like Burns was beaten and got an arm out on the attacker and slowed him up.
4 defenders could not quite handle 3 attackers that time for Central Carroll, and it looked like one of the center backs might have gotten a bit of a swim move to bring the attacker down for Central Carroll. Whistle goes back the other way at 16:45 and counting.
Didn't fully bring him down. That's probably why he didn't get the call. I think if Esparza had fallen down, it would have been a penalty. But he ran through it, but it slowed him up just enough. Honestly, not sure what the foul was. There wasn't an offside at the end of that either. So, interesting decisions. A little hard to tell in live action. Turns into a free kick for Maynard Jackson. That free kick is turned into a throw at midfield for the Jaguars with 16 and a half left in the first half. Central Carroll leading 1-0 on the goal from Little early in the first half. Deflection. It'll be a throw for Central Carroll on the far side. Ball's locked up in the middle third. Skinner will take the throw on the far side.
Bennett Little checking in for Central Carroll on the substitution quickly.
Goal scorer back into the match. Skinner. Low pass deflected. Johnson was able to control, but he loses it in front of the Central Carroll bench. Throw for the Lions. 15 and a half left. Lions leading 1-0 as the temperatures fall here in Atlanta tonight. Throwing over everybody, but it's Central Carroll comes away with it. Looking for that through ball again. Little. Another goal from him. Finding him in the 18. Brennan Little gets past the goalkeeper. Same looking goal. Slips it in with the inside of his right foot. 2-0 to Central Carroll.
Bennett Little, Brennan Little. Connected a lot in their careers, and you see that chemistry that's there with the Little pedigree. 2-0 just like that. Just a snap thought, instant thought into the back of the net at 15:24.
Quick little through ball falls to the feet of Brennan Little, and he has the composure inside the 18. Goalkeeper trying to close the angle, just slips it past him inside the post, on the ground, inside of the right foot. Just a delicate touch. 2-0 to the Lions. Maynard Jackson trying to answer back quickly. Wallace can't control it. Here comes Central Carroll again down the right side. Burns gets there first. Can he clear? He can. Wallace gets a touch. And Maynard Jackson able to escape through Garibo in the middle third. Garibo turns, tries to switch the point of attack. Skinner intercepts. Deflection falls back to Skinner. He connects a pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the pivot back to his left, turns, finds Esparza on the far side. Esparza loses out in the 1v1 dribble. Ball played back to the goalkeeper Beltran, who keeps it short to Feynman. Hernandez. Right-footed ball picked off. Rodriguez read that one well, jumped into the passing lane but couldn't control it. Beltran picks it up.
You see the momentum with a 2-0 lead and just the instinct of wanting to continue to have the pedal down and put more and more pressure on Maynard Jackson with this 2-goal lead. You're seeing that consistently here from Central Carroll in the first half.
Rodriguez loses possession. It's Maynard Jackson now into the attack. Dominguez on the right side. Pulls it up. Tries to win the battle on the ground. Doesn't win it, but earns a corner instead. Maynard Jackson can get numbers forward here as they look to cut into this lead. 2-0 to the Lions. 15 minutes remaining. Burns stepping up. Hernandez stepping up for the Jaguars. Feynman going now. Back post deep over Feynman's head. Can Central Carroll find a way out? They pop the clearance high into the air. Burns gets ahead on it and gets a clearance in front of Little. Battle for it. Now looking for that long ball again. It's a foot race. Little chasing. Beltran tries to play it short. Hernandez couldn't control it as he was reaching for it. Throw taken quickly by the Lions and Giovanni Perez. Losing possession, Garibo dropping deep once again to win it back. Wallace closed down quickly. Wallace loses it. It will be a throw for Central Carroll. Owen Hooker, good defending, closed down Wallace very quickly. Cochran splits two defenders, gets by Hernandez, plays it into the middle. Opportunity here for the Lions, can't connect on that final pass. Burns gets there first. Outside of the right foot clearance, goes over the touchline. Hooker will take the throw after the substitution. Leaving the match, Giovanni Perez. And entering the match, John Ramirez. Hooker throws it short and back to Cochran. Cochran doesn't find a teammate. It's intercepted. Diduck looking for Dominguez. Flag goes up. Dominguez has started his run just a bit early. Lion Dominguez, the sophomore. Good speed up top. If he'd held his run by about another step, might have been able to get in behind that time around. Diduck and Garibo have been very impressive for Maynard Jackson in the middle of the park, but they trail 2-0 as the Lions look for another ball over the top. Gets over everybody. Esparcio with a touch into the middle. Well handled by Simon Beltran. But that long ball from Central Carroll just causing problems consistently for Maynard Jackson.
The size that Maynard Jackson has at the back is being countered by the speed that we're seeing from the front line of Central Carroll. Winning the battles in the air is great if you're 6'3", but if the speed's getting around you, then you're getting to the goal faster than the other guy.
Dominguez won a header in the middle third. Garibo plays it in down the right side. Picked off. Lions able to keep it in as well. Underrated thing about Camden Jones is his quality with the ball at his feet. Doesn't just blast it out. He's able to keep possession. The referee wants to have a conversation with the AR on the far side. I think it might be a little bit of an equipment malfunction as they work through it. Also working on the clock side of things. He wanted to stop the clock and get that sorted out, but that wasn't initially why he went over to the AR. I think they got it sorted out with our clock operator. It's at 10:32. Not sure how we got off on the clock anyway. Throw in, up the line. Here come the Lions. Flag goes up and, buddy. Beltran came off to clear it. This is almost right in line with you, John. You tell me.
Let's say the flag went up. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, Maynard Jackson take the free kick. That was a really close call, if you couldn't tell. Lions lose possession in the middle third. Garibo, able to beat Hooker on the low dribble. Plays it inside. Here come the Jaguars. Touch off of Dominguez. He might have been in an offside position. Jaguars come back. Wallace now. Helter skelter in the middle of the park. No one can really get possession to find a teammate. Ball's just going back and forth. Jaguars now into the final third. Cleared away. Throw for the Jaguars. To complete an utter pinball right there for about 30 seconds.
Lion Dominguez on two separate opportunities for Maynard Jackson tried to get something going inside the 18 for the Jags, but the defense was there for Central Carroll, equal to the task at 9:20 and counting.
Good work from Garibo. Long-range shot just wide of the far post. Had Wallace on that back post as well. that might have been a shot slash cross because it nearly turned into an opportunity for Wallace. But Garibo showing his quality, creating space for the opportunity.
Giovanni Perez checking back in for Central Carroll, taking a seat temporarily. Cam Cochran, the 3-year starter.
8:50 now left in the first half. Lions leading 2-0, pushing back. Easy call as Didick earns the free kick for Maynard Jackson. Just inside their attacking half. Didick will take it. Long into the 18, over Dominguez's head, headed down. Here come the Lions with an opportunity if they can connect. Step over by Rodriguez. Ball played up the left side. 3v2 brewing for Central Carroll. Ball played in. Burns slides across and gets a touch. Doesn't clear. Lions still in possession in the final third. Rodriguez. Incredible footwork to evade one. Tackle, good one, in from Burns. Rodriguez was knocked down, but the ball was won. And now here come the Jaguars on the break. Garibo's pass comes up a little bit short. Dominguez finds it. He has to check back for it. Dominguez trying to find a teammate, trying to find some help. Nobody there. Skinner comes away with it for the Lions. Rodriguez turns. Looking for the through ball. Final touch comes off of Hernandez of Maynard Jackson. It'll be a deep throw for Central Carroll. Constantly looking for the through ball and the runners into the channels. The Lions have their game plan, and they are working it to perfection this evening. Throw in for Central Carroll. Owen Hooker. Throws into the top of the 18. Gets over Burns, but he's able to clear. Dominguez is able to settle for Maynard Jackson at midfield. 1v4. He's got to get some help. He holds it up looking for the help. Switches it over to the right side. Finds that help. Cleared away. And it'll be a corner. That is great work from Lion Dominguez, who had nobody with him, but he's able to get it and find Brandon Johnson down the right side. The clearance turns into a corner.
Substitution for Maynard Jackson here at 6:45. Corner here, and we've seen the big bodies come forward for the Jaguars in past set pieces. We'll see if they crash the post here and crash the 6 and see what happens. Down 2 goals at 6.5.
Corner played to the top of the 6. Dominguez tries to take it out of the air, looking for glory, puts it over the bar. Good corner. The play was well worked. Looked like something that they had been training on. Another substitution for Central Carroll. The subs are going to come fast and furious. We'll get them as they come into action here. But with it being so chilly as Rodriguez steps off this time to catch his breath, you're going to see a lot of subs. We're going to lose track of them a lot of times. Cam Cochran back into the match. We'll catch up on that stuff as they get into the play. Luckily, the ball falls right to Cochran. He loses possession. Dominguez turns. Right-footed shot into the upper 90. Lion Dominguez pulls one back for Maynard Jackson.
Great shot from distance from Dominguez. He knew what he was doing the second he launched it into the upper 90, upper right-hand corner. Great ball from Lion Dominguez to make it 2-1 at 5:50.
That's the flip side of all these substitutions. Players come in cold. Cochran unable to get control of the quick goal kick. He loses possession. Dominguez one touch and boom into the upper 90. 2-1 now. Central Carroll maybe on their heels a little bit late in the first half. They look for the ball over the top off the kickoff. Headed away. Throw for the Lions near midfield. Cochran able to control. Some shouts of handball, no call. Garibo applying pressure. Lions able to combine and find their way out of it. Played down the right side. Giovanni Perez. Perez. Cross is blocked by Burns. Nice defending from him, but it's a corner for Central Carroll.
The Littles started that play off in the attacking third. Brennan Little, Bennett Little. Now it's a corner. How does Central Carroll respond with that goal on the board by Maynard Jackson at 5:05 and counting?
Corner, once they find it, it's over the track. Central Carroll with the lead. Probably not opposed to the clock running right now. Brennan Little will take this one. Outswinger. Back post. just over the targets. Garibo heads it down. Combination work for Maynard Jackson to get out of trouble. Dominguez on the run, collides with the defender. No call from the referee. Skinner picks it up, plays it back to Jones. Jones passing out of the back, a little dangerous. Wallace nearly creates the turnover. Burns settles the long ball to the feet of Diddick. Wallace now cutting inside, getting a touch. Garibo gets past one. Garibo cuts to his right foot. Goes for a very optimistic shot from about 40 yards. Easy catch for Camden Jones. Less than 4 minutes remaining here at Maynard Jackson High School. Central Carroll, the visitors, leading 2-1. But Dominguez's rocket cut into that just a couple of minutes ago. Skinner stepping up for Central Carroll. Down the left now. The pass is a little bit too much for Esparza. It'll be a throw on the far side for the Jaguars.
Another substitution looking to come in here for Mike Townsend at the first opportunity for Central Carroll. You mentioned the subs coming in fast and furious. 3.5 to go first half.
Yeah, they don't get the sub in this time. They try to launch another attack. It falls to the feet of Perez. His header, too much initially, but Little able to find it. Not able to keep it. Hernandez able to clear. Garibo defended very well by Perez. Battle in the middle third. Ends up being a foul on Perez with a little bit of a push. They shake hands. Great battle in the middle third. It'll be a free kick for Maynard Jackson as we get into less than 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Tomas Diddick will take this just inside his own half. Jaguars trying to get numbers forward. Diddick plays it to the top of the 18. Dominguez settles. Long touch from him. Needs some help. Finds it in Johnson on the right side. Johnson's pass is intercepted by Skinner. Throw for Johnson and Maynard Jackson on the far side. Throwing down the line. Skinner with a half clearance. It was deflected. Now it's the Jaguars trying to find a way in. They can't do it. Long clear. Looking for Little. Hernandez has to clear it out under pressure from Brennan Little. Hernandez feels like he might have been pushed in the back. AR disagreed with that sentiment. And it'll be a throw about 10 yards inside the attacking half for Perez. Substitutions do come in for Central Carroll. Less than 2 on the clock. Flick back to Perez. Perez earns another throw. 30 yards from goal on the right side. Cochran takes a heavy touch. Regains it. Cochran up against the touchline. Garibo tries to clear it off of him and does. Good defending from Garibo. The heavy touch from Cochran got him into trouble. Maynard Jackson trying to mount another attack with less than 90 seconds remaining in the first half. They trail 2-1. Hernandez tried to take about 5 extra yards. Ref wasn't having it. He steps back and throws it back to Burns. Burns to Tomas Diddick. Diddick across to the right side to Johnson. Up the line, Skinner intercepts. Skinner's been excellent for Central Carroll. Long clearance into the 18-yard box. Trying to get on the end of it. Ends up being a little more difficult than we would have thought. Beltran, a little late to come off his line. Comes through like a bowling ball. Players go flying in different directions. It ends up being a foul on Central Carroll for the push in the back. Esparza commits the foul. Beltran takes the free kick short. Gets into trouble, though, and it's going to be a throw for Central Carroll. With about 30 seconds left, they might have an opportunity here. Esparza, good switch of play from him, looking for Perez. Comes up just a little short. Hernandez with the clearance. Garibo trying to launch one more attack for the Jaguars into the attacking half. Big switch from Garibo. Well read by Skinner, who heads it down, but not out. Opportunity here for the Jaguars with 15 seconds left. Wallace cuts inside and turns. Wallace looking for a shot. Lays it off. 8 seconds left. Long range shot. Touched over the bar by Jones. It's going to be a corner, but there's not going to be time to take it. What a shot from distance on the right side. Forced a acrobatic save from Camden Jones, and that takes us to the break at 2-1 for Central Carroll.
And I think that last save kind of personified the action that we saw here in the first 40 minutes. Back-to-back challenges on both sides, 2 goals on the board for the visitors to get them up by 2, but then 2-1 Lion Dominguez with an absolute golazo upper 90 to cut it to 1.
Nearly another golazo in the final seconds of the first half. What a save from Camden Jones to touch it over his crossbar, concede the corner that had no time to be taken, and that takes us to 2-1 at the break. Lions leading the host Jaguars. We're going to take a break. I would say we'd try to warm up, but that ain't happening out here. It just keeps getting colder in East Atlanta. About 9 minutes until we start the second half. 40 more minutes to go. Maynard Jackson 1, Central Carroll 2. Stay with us on the SDH network.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Georgia's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Georgia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
About 6 more minutes in this halftime. Both teams catching their breath after a frantic first 40 minutes of action. Maynard Jackson, your host this evening in the SDH Game of the Week, trailing 2-1 Central Carroll with 2 goals from Brennan Skinner. Took the 2-0 lead, but a absolute rocket from Lion Dominguez, the sophomore, cut that lead in half. Camden Jones prevented it from being 2-2 at the break in the last kick of the first half with a big save, touching it over the crossbar. Jones has been very active for Central Carroll. Maynard Jackson growing into this after falling behind 2-0, expecting a great final 40 minutes of action here in East Atlanta on our SDH Game of the Week. About 5 more minutes at halftime. We will be back at the end of that to lead you through the final 40 minutes. Central Carroll leading Maynard Jackson 2-1.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Georgia. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA is a national nonprofit working to transform youth and high school sports so that every child has a positive character-building youth sports experience. PCA provides live and online workshops to train double-goal coaches whose first goal is winning and whose second, more important goal is teaching life lessons through sports. PCA also has workshops for parents and high school student athletes. For more information, please visit positivecoach.org.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Georgia did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Georgia. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Maynard Jackson High School SDH Game of the Week here in East Atlanta. Alongside John Nelson, I am Jason Longshore. Maynard Jackson's girls got the night started with a 9-0 win over Central Carroll. The Lions boys are leading 2-1 at the break. My broadcast partner ran across the field. I'm assuming you weren't asking for firewood, were you?
I probably could have, but I don't know what we could do to start a fire here, and I don't know where kindling could actually fit. I don't know if we could really do that because we're just with metal right now.
Hey, I'm pretty creative. I'll figure something out because I'm that cold. Tell me what you learned.
Went in, spent some time with both huddles, and the Central Carroll huddle with Mike Townsend. The biggest thing he told his players, make sure that the guys up front, everybody's got to do the dirty work here in the second 40 minutes. Also on the board for Central Carroll, They're anticipating a formation change, bringing numbers forward. Coach Townsend said that Coach Patel's not going to do 4-3-3 for long. He's anticipating 4 in the attack, coming forward, trying to get that equalizer. On the flip side for Maynard Jackson, Coach Patel and his staff were saying, be careful on the restarts. Be locked in 100% of the time, because there have been some times off of restarts where Maynard Jackson's been a little slow. We'll keep an eye on that in the second 40.
As we saw that half go on, Brandon Johnson, the junior on the right wing, became more involved for Maynard Jackson. He had the shot that was saved by Jones with the final kick of the first half. We're underway with the final 40 minutes of tonight's SDH Game of the Week. Jaguars looking to equalize. They trail 2-1. Central Carroll on the ball now as they turn it over. Johnson gets a touch. Cleared away by Central Carroll. Ball popped high up into the air. Spencer Knoll blasts that one into the sky. No one really able to settle in the middle third. Wallace tries to, but he runs out of room on the far side. Central Carroll player takes a spill. His boots got caught up on the track unexpectedly. He's back up. He's okay. And Javi Rodriguez trying to turn on that far side. Quick turns from Rodriguez, consistently good on the ball. This time, Garibo gets a touch, concedes the throw. Lions take it down the right side, lose it out. It'll be a throw on the far side from Maynard Jackson.
Yeah. Let's just see if we see the same bits of attack that we saw from Central Carroll in the first 40 minutes. Yes, the size is there for the center backs for Maynard Jackson, but the speed has been there to get around those big sequoias that are at the back for the Jaguars.
Javi Rodriguez on the dribble again, just a wonderful player. Passes it off, loses control. Dominguez comes away with it momentarily, but Central Carroll able to handle that pressure, play it back to Camden Jones. Up the right side now, the Lions unable to keep that long ball in play. Not really any hesitation from Central Carroll to play long, sometimes a little recklessly. Maynard Jackson in possession in the middle third. Tomas Diduck gets a touch right at midfield. He looks for the through ball to Dominguez. It takes a deflection, cleared into the air. Diduck fighting for it. Cleared away by Knoll over his head. Foul called on Diduck for the push in the back. Cochran will take the free kick about 10 yards inside his own half. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Lions leading the Jaguars 2-1. 2 goals from Brennan Little, the difference this evening. Long diagonal from Cochran to the right side of the Central Carroll attack. Headed away, throw for the Lions. Throw in looking for Rodriguez. Burns steps up and wins it. Diduck trying to launch the counter. Launches it over Skinner to Dominguez. Dominguez, top of the 18. Tries to get through, unable to do it. Keeps it in on the touchline, takes out the corner flag, and earns himself a throw. Great work from Lion Dominguez. Didn't give up on it. Corner flag pays the price, but Dominguez earns the throw.
Jose Ortega there defending for Central Carroll, but great work to keep the ball alive to get the situation that we have right now. 3 minutes in, chance for an equalizer.
Throw from Dominguez right up against that corner flag. Drops it off to Johnson. Dominguez in an offside position as it was played right back to him. The throw, you can be offside on a throw. There's no offside decisions made on a throw-in, but when it's laid off to somebody, then you're an active part of the play. Central Carroll takes the free kick to midfield. It's picked off by Tomas Diduck. Diduck loses it to Cochran. Fights back to win it again. Elrod through to Garibo. Garibo's pass takes a deflection. Skinner tries to clear. Johnson intercepts. Johnson with a right-footed shot. Blocked at the top of the 18. Throw for the Jaguars.
Spencer Knoll there for the block for Central Carroll. Right place, right time as the shot was launched. Once again, 4 minutes in, down a goal. The pressure's coming from Maynard Jackson.
Jaguars figuring out what they want to do with this throw. About 30 yards from goal. Elrod to take. Throws it down the line looking for Johnson. Skinner just seals Johnson off. Ball rolls over the end line. Goal kick for the Lions. Jones jogs back to grab it. Just over 5 minutes, under 5 minutes into the second half. About 35 remaining. Maynard Jackson fell behind 2-0. Cut it to 2-1. Had a great opportunity at the end of the half. Nothing here in the second half just yet. Long ball headed down by Burns. Feynman able to clear it to midfield. Garibo fighting for it. A little too much fight from Garibo. Commits a foul. Free kick for the Lions right at midfield. Referee calming everybody down, as about the only thing that's hot around here is the temperature on the field. Skinner with a long run out of the back down the left. Didn't see it. Free kick still hasn't been brought into play. Now it is. Top of the 18, over everybody. Wasted opportunity. Goal kick for Maynard Jackson. Skinner made a long run. Wanted that one played to him. Grumbling under his breath as he made the jog back. Beltran will take the goal kick. Short. Elrod on the right side of Maynard Jackson's defense. Nowhere to go. Loses it. Throw for the Lions. Illegal throw. That's the second one we've seen. That one was absolutely a valid call. It was a little bit of a shot put rather than a throw in. Johnson with a touch trying to get around Skinner. Skinner been excellent tonight on the left side of the back line for Central Carroll. Just cuts him off. Skinner uses his body very well. Very physical without being over that line. Throws it in down the line. Elrod knocks it over the touchline. Another throw for Skinner on the edge of the long jump pit. Got to be careful with that sand there. Slipped a little bit. Finds his footing. Ball laid off looking for him, but it's laid off a little short. This time it's Maynard Jackson looking for the long ball. Dominguez chasing. Jones able to handle it really well. Knoll plays it out to the right side. Rodriguez now in the middle third. This time he loses possession. A little bit too much from Rodriguez. Through ball was looking for Dominguez. Cleared away. Throwing on the far side for Maynard Jackson.
Once again, great work by that back line. Spencer Knoll there, preseason All-Stater. Georgia Storm, part of that system as well there at Central Carroll, and we've seen his output tonight as a part of that solid back line.
Knoll clears it into the technical area of Central Carroll to be a throw for the Jaguars on the far side of the pitch. Hernandez takes it to the feet of Garibo. Garibo pops it up to the top of the 18, cleared away by Knoll once again. Garibo finds the handle. Elrod inside the attacking half. Diduck cuts back to his left. Diduck trying to get around Javi Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the arm out, impeded him. Diduck goes down. Free kick for Maynard Jackson. Just over 30 yards from goal.
And see what Maynard Jackson has in mind here. Almost 8 minutes down. See what the idea is here as they're chasing after that equalizer. Prime opportunity here for the Jags.
Three-man wall. Camden Jones feels like the idea might be Thomas Diduck going from distance here. He's looking at it. He steps up to it. Right-footed shot. Low takes a hop. Jones just keeps it in front of him. Wallace was crashing. See the composure from the All-State goalkeeper, Camden Jones. Doesn't look bothered by any of it. Punts it to midfield. Settled by Brennan Little. He gets past two. Little slips it out to the right side. Opportunity for the Lions. Ball played back in. Little touches it first time over the crossbar. Great cross. And Brennan Little inches away from his hat trick.
The imagination of Giovanni Perez there trying to find Little. The volley off just the slightest little bit, and we were that close to 3-1.
A long-range give and go almost worked out. Little played it out to the right flank. Giovanni Perez put it back into Little's run. He took it first time out of the air just over the crossbar. Still 2-1. Central Carroll leading Maynard Jackson. About 10 minutes into the second half. Lions come away with it. Can't find the combination to break the back line of Maynard Jackson this time around. Garibo facing his own goal. Gets some help from Elrod. Elrod up the right side. Back to Garibo. Two players down. No call. Garibo cleared away by Knoll. Javi Rodriguez to midfield. Giovanni Perez. What a move from Perez to get around Diduck. And he somehow finds Brennan Little. Little, top of the 18, shot. Save at the near post by Simon Beltran. Brennan Little just consistently finding space. But again, Giovanni Perez at midfield, nutmeg on Diduck, and created a great opportunity for Little. Maynard Jackson clear it out of their defensive third, but it's the Lions once again coming away with it. Cross in from the right side, doesn't find a teammate. Second ball picked up by Central Carroll. Rodriguez fighting for it. Jaguars come away with it. Through ball attempt for Dominguez is cut out, barely. Wallace heavy touch, Maynard Jackson trying to get control. They do at midfield. Garibo out wide to the right, leaves it short. Skinner read it, clears it. Johnson can't get there. Johnson wanted that in front of him. Garibo played it behind him. Skinner took advantage.
Once again, another one of those different names that we've talked about on this back line for Central Carroll. We've talked about Spencer Knoll, talked about Skinner tonight, the Alabama ODP product. And then also at the back, you've got a 14-year-old in Ortega who's doing great work as well, 11 minutes into the second half.
Big switch attempt from Elrod comes up short. Maynard Jackson wins it back. Johnson. Brandon Johnson cuts it back inside to Garibo. Garibo can't quite find the teammate, but finds the ball back. Wallace now into the 18. Wallace with a low shot. Far side netting, 2-2. What an effort from Garibo.
Great work with Garibo and Wallace working it into the back of the net for the equalizer. You've seen Maynard Jackson working hard this 12-minute period here to start the second half. They've got the equalizer now, and we're tied at 2.
Garibo just didn't give up on the play. Tried to slip it over to that side initially. It takes a deflection. It falls back to him. Wallace continues with his run. Great ball from Garibo. Wallace equalizes 2-2. Less than 29 minutes remaining in the second half. Central Carroll with the kickoff. They move it over to the right side. Giovanni Perez plays it down the line. Cross in, top of the 6, behind everybody. Brandon Johnson tracking back. He can't get there first. Central Carroll unable to get an opportunity out of it as Feynman lets it roll over the end line.
This was another one of those things that in listening to Coach Townsend at the half, talking to the guys from Central Carroll, they had the lead, they had the 2, they had the chance to put it away. They didn't do it in the first half. 12 minutes into the second half, we've gone from 2-0 to 2-1 to 2-2.
Goal kick looking for Garibo, but he has to push Rodriguez off to get there. Rodriguez tries to take the free kick quickly. Ball was still rolling. Referee brings it back. Two great central midfielders in this one with Garibo and Rodriguez. Both have been instrumental for their teams. 2-2. As Maynard Jackson has fought all the way back from giving up 2 early goals. Long free kick taken by Central Carroll, headed away. Lions still looking for the handle. They don't find it. Garibo leading the break, and he's brought down. Lands very awkwardly as he's hit from behind. Feet went out from under him. Foul by Brennan Little as he's tracking back. Garibo a little slow to get up. On a cold night, falling like that is not a pleasant feeling.
Not on that turf, the way that this turf is as unforgiving as it is here at Maynard Jackson. So he was down for a little while to gather himself before he's back up on his skis 13 minutes in.
Not a heated pitch like we saw in St. Paul, Minnesota last week. Might have actually made a difference tonight. It's not quite as cold as it was in St. Paul, although it kind of feels like it right now. Free kick is headed down by Central Carroll. Rodriguez at midfield. Left-footed pass down the left flank. Elrod gets there first and clears. Throw in for the Lions. Deep in their final third. Actually, it's going to be Elrod who wins the throw. Elrod played it off the attacker. Great work. Taking a hit, too. Elrod with the play. Luther Elrod, the junior right back for Maynard Jackson. He'll take the throw in his own defensive third. Diduck trying to help him out of trouble. It's going to be a throw for Central Carroll. There's no room to operate there. Good pressure from the Lions. Throw in to the top of the 18. That is the third illegal throw from Central Carroll, and the two that we have seen close to us have been accurate calls. Back foot came up. It's not a trifling call. A lot of times referees will give leeway in throw-ins. Foot might move a little bit. Throw might not be quite over the head. These have been good calls. Maynard Jackson throws in. It's intercepted, regained by Garibo. Earns a throw. Elrod will take it. 25 plus left. 2-2. Johnson loses out to Skinner in the duel. Garibo touches it back to Elrod. Cleared away from Elrod. It'll be a throw for Maynard Jackson. 10 yards in their own half. Don't see any players warming up right now. I think if I was on the bench, I might be running laps just to stay warm. Throw into Dominguez inside the attacking half. He loses out. Javi Rodriguez, just a little palsa, getting away from trouble. Step over, Johnson chasing back. Just a joy to watch Javi Rodriguez play. Just slowed down, everything runs around him, then step over to get away from the defender. His ball up the left flank was a little heavy for its intended target.
Looking for Bennett Little that time, and Little got turned around just a little bit. A lot of velocity on that pass. Incomplete, heading back the other way for Maynard Jackson, 24-20 and counting.
Please tell me you meant to say Little got turned around a little bit.
I meant to do that.
Good job. 24 plus left, 2-2. Throw in by Maynard Jackson. Falls to the feet of Dominguez. Maybe a high boot, not called. Dominguez trying to settle. Defended tightly. The ball's still in. Everybody was arguing about the call, and the ball was still in play. Diddick sprays it over to the left side. Hernandez back to Diddick. Burns. Maynard Jackson trying to build near midfield. They do. Jaguars looking to turn. Hartley got a touch in there. Back to Burns. Out wide to Hernandez. Good possession work from the Jaguars. Hernandez's ball is picked off by Knoll. And now Rodriguez out wide to the right. Wallace tracking back to help regain possession for Maynard Jackson. Good defensive work from the left winger. And the Jaguars combining through the middle of the park. Really well played. Diddick with the switch. Skinner wins the header in front of Johnson. And it's played inside to Rodriguez. Rodriguez hip checked by Diddick, but he gets the pass through to Little. Little, edge of the 18, corner cross in. Easily handled by Simon Beltran. What a ball from Rodriguez after he was hip checked by Diddick. Didn't really cause too much of a problem. Still got a dangerous pass in. Throw from Beltran gets over Rodriguez. He fights back to win it back. Maynard Jackson recovers it quickly, though. Frederick Hartley with good pressure. Comes off the arm of Garibo. He goes down and grabs his left leg. Free kick for Central Carroll. Might be a cramp here for Garibo, and that's a problem. Garibo's been very important for the Jaguars. Clock will stop at 22:16. Looked like when he went down, he initially grabbed his knee. They started stretching like it's a cramp. Coaching staff coming on the field to check on Josmar Garibo. The conditions being what they are, it's probably a little hard to tell at this point, but the foul had been called. It came off of Garibo's arm. And as he was trying to stop, and we saw this before when he was fouled from behind, he tried to stop and his feet just kind of skidded out from under him. You know, he's played since and done well. But this time he went down off the ball, not really involved in any contact. Tricky one as Garibo's still down and they're working on his left leg. 22:16 on the clock. Garribo with his hands on his head in some serious discomfort here as the Maynard Jackson staff checking on their star central midfielder.
And at the same time, you look over with Central Carroll and you're seeing Brendan Little doing some stretching on his own at the, just outside center circle. So I think that this is something, as we're getting close to 40 degrees here at Maynard Jackson, that this might be something we'll have to keep an eye on with players and cramps and stretching and trying to stay as viable as they can here for the final 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're dealing with two different situations here. Little, I think, is trying to keep those muscles warm by stretching. Garribo worried about the left leg as they continue to check. He has not gotten up yet. He's being helped up now. See how much weight he can put on the left leg, and not much. I'm not expecting to see Garribo come back into this one. He needs a good bit of help getting off the pitch. Hate to see that after the assist he had just a few minutes ago, creating the equalizer for Wallace. Garribo's been all over the pitch for Maynard Jackson. That's going to be a big hole in the midfield to fill.
And it looks like Charlie Blackburn will be checking in for Garribo. We'll see the kind of impact that the 6-foot sophomore can have for the absence of Garribo. Obviously, it's a different kind of game that we're getting from Charlie Blackburn in as Garribo is checking out at 22-16. We'll see how this impacts things for Coach Patel and the Jags.
I want to see how the pieces move around here, because we've seen a lot of the midfield with Blackburn and Hartley and Diddick. Garribo in a very free role as a number 9 who dropped a little bit deeper, created a little bit of a diamond. I'm curious to see how they play this. Wallace has moved over to the right side now. Johnson's moved over to the left. Dominguez is going to stay up top. We'll see how the puzzle gets rearranged for Maynard Jackson. 2-2, 22-16 on the clock. We're back underway with a free kick at midfield from Cochran. Lions on the right side now. Long diagonal played it to Beltran's goal. He's able to get his hands up and make the catch. No traffic in front of him. Beltran looking for options. Rolls it out to the left side. Hernandez to Burns. Burns looking for Wallace on the switch. Skinner to defend. Wallace got there first. Nice work by Hartley. Blackburn now carrying it forward. Slips a pass through. It gets away from Dominguez after the deflection. Perez with the clearance as he tracked back to defend for the Lions.
Ball ends up getting through. That deflection creates a little bit of chaos there at the back for Central Carroll here at 21.5 to go. Let's see what the Jags do.
Throw in from Maynard Jackson. Blackburn drops it back out wide. Dominguez now, corner of the 18, trying to find space. Back to goal. Gets help from Hartley. Hartley tries to pop it inside. Johnson can't get the handle. Diddick picks it up about 30 yards from goal. Tomas Diddick. Brandon Johnson on the left now. Johnson. Diddick with the overlapping run. Diddick out wide up against the touchline, earns a throw. Maynard Jackson starting to possess the ball a little bit more, looking to create attacks, a little more intent with the ball at their feet as they've grown into this one. We're almost halfway through the second half. 2-2, just over 20 minutes remaining.
Let's go, Jags!
Jaguars with the throw. Tomas Diddick dances, creates space down the left. Tomas Diddick grabbed, and he earns a free kick. Just on the outside of the 18-yard box, Tomas Diddick with the little stutter step, hesitation, move down the left side, gets the defender in trouble who has to grab him. This is a dangerous free kick. It's right up against the end line, right up against the 18-yard box. It's like a very short corner. Diddick actually moves it just a little bit away from the end line to create a better angle. Referee didn't see that. Very smart from Tomas Diddick.
Once again, you've got those 6'3" center backs there that could really cause problems for Central Carroll as they crash the 6.
Referee did spot that the ball was away from it. I like the attempt,
yes.
though.
A for effort.
Yes, I like the attempt to try to find a little more space. Diddick plays it into the top of the 6.
Oh.
Jones got there with the punch, but paid the price. Heavy collision. Yellow card issued. I don't really know why there's a yellow card issued to Burns. Burns has every right to get to that ball too, but Jones bravely off his line, got his right fist to the ball, punched it clear, collided with Burns. He's back up on his feet. Camden Jones, an all-state goalkeeper in 2021, brave off his line that time. Burns takes the yellow card going for the header. Didick put it into a dangerous spot.
Marco Caldas now checking in since, once again, remember, when you get a yellow, you have to leave. Burns is off right now. Marco Caldas, the 5'10 sophomore, checking in.
We'll see if Central Carroll can create something out of that with Maynard Jackson losing a defender. Again, I really think that's a harsh call. Burns is going for a cross played in. He didn't intend to collide with the goalkeeper. He intended to head the ball home and give his team a 3-2 lead. Jones is fine. He got back up pretty quickly. Fine is a relative term in these temperatures, yes. But he's upright. Free kick cleared to midfield. Didick gets a touch. Looking for options out wide to the left. Maynard Jackson looking for the through ball. It's cleared away. Couldn't find Hartley that time. Free kick for Central Carroll at midfield. Maynard Jackson wants to get Burns back into the match. Can't do so here because it's a free kick for the Lions. 17:50 or so on the clock. Now the AR steps out. We're having some clock issues again, I believe. Sometimes the clock looks like it freezes like my jaw.
Yeah, it is. And what you will see is the clock won't move for 3 seconds or so. Then it will pick back up at the time that was lost. So say since we're frozen right now, in literal terms, at 17:48, if they were to start the clock, it skips a couple seconds. It'll pick back up in real time. It doesn't register a second at a time each and every time.
Now that conversation was actually about a different call because it was supposed to be a Central Carroll free kick at midfield. A foul was brought back, so it ends up being a Maynard Jackson free kick. They play it long to the top of the 18. Maynard Jackson able to get control through Blackburn. Blackburn loses out in the duel on the right side. That man Skinner again on the left of Central Carroll's back line. Wins another battle. Earns himself a throw. Skinner with the throw up the line. Javi Rodriguez, just a little dummy to let it go over his head. Wins it back. Spins away from trouble. Javi Rodriguez just a little heavy on the pass as he's looking for John Ramirez. Burns still hasn't checked back in. I think he can do it here, and he does. No, he doesn't. They're actually going to rotate differently. Yes, Burns is back on. Hernandez slides back out to left back. Maynard Jackson back to their starting back four. Burns on the yellow. Throw in from Elrod. Comes off of Rodriguez. Wallace on the right side now. Wallace takes off, tries to get past Skinner. Skinner recovers, clears it away. What a defensive performance from Skinner tonight. Luke Skinner, the senior, left back for Central Carroll. Rarely loses in any of his duels. Elrod with the throw. Dominguez can't get the ball into the 18. Clearance is deflected. Rodriguez earns the throw for Central Carroll.
And there in that play, you got to see the presence of the freshman, Jose Ortega. Mike Townsend has been impressed with his presence as a 14-year-old, as a stalwart on that back line.
Battle for top of the 18. Knoll comes across, comes over the ball to get there. Frederick Hartley goes down, earning a free kick for Maynard Jackson right around the top of the arc. Jaguars have come back from 2-0 down. 15 and a half left in this one in regulation. Tomas Didick. Free kick about 22 yards from goal, right on the edge of the arc. 4-man wall. Get everybody back in place. Didick stands over the ball. Steps up to it. Right-footed shot over the bar. Too much on that one from Tomas Didic. Goal kick for Central Carroll.
Didic was lining it up all the way. You could see how he was trying to process it. Looked like he was trying to go upper 90 with it. Didn't quite get enough of the up and the down attached to it. So it ends up being a goal kick coming back the other way at 14:45 and counting. Trust us.
Allegedly. Goal kick taken short. Oh, heavy touch. Johnson tries to get there, earns a throw. These temperatures, just that little bit of a lack of focus can create a turnover. Johnson throws it into the feet of Dominguez. Dominguez unable to turn. Knoll takes it away from him. Knoll then plays it back between his legs. Great work from Knoll. But his outlet pass is too much down the right side. Throw for the Jaguars. In their attacking half. Down the line to Johnson. Heavy touch from him. He can't control. It's a throw for Central Carroll. Substitutions for the Lions. We'll catch up on those as players get involved in the action. Maynard Jackson also with a sub. Throw for the Lions. The edge of their defensive third. Thrown into Knoll. He chests it down. Long ball over the top. Brennan Little trying to get in behind. Burns just able to keep him away from it. Great defending from Burns. Goal kick for Maynard Jackson.
13 and a half to go. We've seen the pace that we saw in the first 40 minutes, still here in the second 40 minutes. So you're looking at the benches and seeing who can make that impact here in the final 13 minutes. Field ended up being very, very short. Opportunity here for Central Carroll off the goal kick.
Lions recover it. Ramirez to Rodriguez. Skinner this time loses out. Wallace able to dribble past him. Skinner trying to recover, commits a foul in the backwash. Free kick earned by Maynard Jackson. 40 yards from goal. Maybe a little bit closer than Skinner would have liked, but that's one of the first times he's been beaten on the dribble. Slows up the counter. Burns making the run up on the left side. Didic standing over this. And plays it to the penalty spot. Gets over everybody. Falls down and Wallace puts it over the bar. Ended up nearly with a great opportunity. It was Johnson, with the shot over the bar from 10 yards away. Couldn't keep that one down.
And understanding the urgency of the situation, trying to keep the pace what it is, Coach Townsend takes the ball over toward his bench, throws it all the way to the net so Cam doesn't have to go chasing the ball, work it forward. Now back in play.
Well, back heel flick away from trouble by Javi Rodriguez. Ramirez can't get there. It's cleared away. Oh, and Ramirez takes a spill on that long jump pit. He's back up. The track monster is getting players all over the place tonight. Skinner with the throw.
Those cleats, yeah.
Burns with the header. It gets by him.
Nope.
Beltran tries to save it. He can't. It's going to be a corner for the Lions. 11 and a half left. Central Carroll from the near side, an in-swinging corner. Played to the back post, deep to the backside, over everyone. Jaguars let it ride. Throw for Maynard Jackson with the clock just over 11 minutes remaining as it freezes up once again.
8 seconds went by.
Allegedly. Throw in the corner. Burns. Long throw. Johnson chests it forward. Comes off a Central Carroll player. Throw for the Jaguars. 10 yards inside their own half. Throw and taken short. Played inside to Didic. Didic under pressure. Ramirez gets a heavy touch to clear. It goes to Beltran. 10 and a half left. Maynard Jackson. It's come back from 2-0 down. It's 2-2. The host Jaguars looking for a winner. Central Carroll want to get back on that bus with a win in their back pocket. Beltran, long ball, falls to the feet of Blackburn. Blackburn down the right side to Wallace, curls it into his run. Skinner trying to recover. Wallace gets inside of him. He's brought down Is it a penalty or is it on the outside? It is going to be a penalty. Skinner commits the foul. Skinner says he was just stepping back. He committed the foul. Doesn't really matter about the intent. He trips up Wallace as he got in behind. Second time Skinner's been beaten in a few minutes after a stellar match. The pace of Wallace gets him in behind. Great work by Blackburn as well in the build-up. And the Jaguars have a penalty. Tomas Didick to take it.
Wallace tried to work his way in. Once he got past Skinner, tried to work his way in off his left shoulder, cutting in toward the net. Skinner called for the foul. Penalty here. Didick will take.
Didick standing over it. Camden Jones in goal. Been big tonight. Made a huge save at the end of the first half. Didick stares him down. Tomas Didick can make it 3-2 Maynard Jackson. He approaches. Shot, and it's in! Maynard Jackson comes all the way back from 2-0 down to lead 3-2. Tomas Didick puts them into the lead.
Halfway home, and you think about everything that Maynard Jackson has been doing, down 2-0, having to climb the mountain. They've climbed it. Now they're back on the high side of it, halfway home here. 10 minutes to go. 3-2. Great work to come down from 2-0 to come all the way back to take the lead on the PK.
Skinner checks out. Substitution for Central Carroll. Now they've got to open up and go for this a little bit more. 10:06 on the clock. Jaguars leading 3-2. Javi Rodriguez plays it over to the right side. Lions looking for the long ball. Didick intercepts. Blackburn gets to it. Blackburn defended by Ramirez. Gets help from Elrod. Elrod up the right side. Blackburn can't keep it inside of the touchline. Ramirez will take the throw. Less than 10 remaining. Ramirez to Rodriguez. Drops it back to the substitute, Christian Ruiz. Rodriguez back to the back line. Long left-footed clearance. Can't find a teammate up top. Didick comes away with it. Hernandez loses possession, but the Lions can't do anything with it. Throw on the far side, just over 9 minutes left. Maynard Jackson leading 3-2.
Seeing all of this work right now. Central Carroll had the lead, and now how do they respond? Down a goal. They've got a lot of work to do with 9 minutes left. It could start right here.
Long ball, Lions trying to get in behind. Ramirez can't get there in front of Beltran. Beltran rolls it out quickly as the Jaguars want to put this thing away. Elrod up the right side. Long ball can't find Wallace. Ruiz with the clearance. Ramirez gets a touch. Javi Rodriguez at midfield. Pulls it back. Javi Rodriguez out wide to the left to Ramirez. Ramirez pulls it away from Wallace. Keeps possession. Rodriguez back to midfield. Trying to find space. Ruiz now. Plays it inside. Knoll over the top, looking for Brennan Little. Headed away from him by Burns, but Burns collided with Little in the back. It will be a free kick for the Lions. Just over 8 minutes left. Cochran standing over it for Central Carroll. He's going to leave it. Free kick here, too far for a shot. What are the options the Lions can dial up here? Like a left-footed delivery. Ortega. Elrod gets a touch. Throw in on the far side for the Lions. Everybody stays up. 7.5 left. Throw in short. Comes back. Earns another throw. Perez. Good work on that side, but he can't get the cross in. Just over 7 minutes left. Throw in down the line. Cross in, goal kick for Maynard Jackson.
A lot of traffic on that far side as we're watching here, as the action's going from right to left. A lot of bodies in very little space as Central Carroll trying to get that equalizer at 3-2. Substitutions look like they're about to come in for Maynard Jackson.
Beltran takes the goal kick long. Headed down. No one can get control until the Jaguars do. Garribo back into the match for them. Plays it up the right side. Too much for Wallace to get to, but Ruiz loses possession. Didn't expect to see Garribo back after that last fall.
Kept an eye on him on the Maynard Jackson bench, and they were trying to get him as hydrated as possible, so it possibly was a cramp as opposed to what we were thinking earlier.
Yeah, I was a little worried the way he went down and grabbed it as a knee, but it was the calf that they were stretching out, it appears. Lions with the clearance. Cochran chasing it down. Everyone running to it. Johnson gets there first. Lions come away with it, though. Johnson can't keep it. Diddick gets a touch. Burns comes out, wins the 50-50, but a foul is called. The ball was bouncing. Burns got there. Cochran went down. Foul called.
Looked like it was knee to knee, and Cochran's trying to run it off very, very quickly on the outside the touch line at 5:48, and he felt that contact. Definitely, he's trying to run it off and make sure that he can be there for the final 5:40 and counting for Central Carroll. He's having a big problem with that left knee.
That's twice that Burns has been a little hard done by the decisions as he's going for a ball aggressively, as he should. Free kick played in with the left foot to the top of the 18. Headed across, nobody home. It'll be a goal kick for the Jaguars.
Ortega looking for Bennett Little inside the area. It looks like substitution coming in for Central Carroll. We'll get to it here in just a little bit. 5 minutes to go. Central Carroll now chasing an equalizer.
Yeah, fresh legs in for Cochran, who's still trying to get the feeling back in that knee. We're all trying to get feeling in our lower extremities on this cold night in East Atlanta.
Kidding, brother.
Goal kick played long to midfield. Lions clear it back into the attacking half. Headed down by Burns. Knoll comes away with it at midfield for Central Carroll. Played out to the right side. Hernandez gets a touch. Garribo comes away with it. Sliding challenge. Garribo plays it long looking for Dominguez. Blackburn now. Blackburn too heavy of a pass. Wallace can't get there. Jones grabs it. 4.5 left. Central Carroll trailing 3-2. Jones, something seemed up with him as he grabbed that one, grabbing his shoulder. It's where he got hit earlier. Dominguez comes away with it for Maynard Jackson. Shot over the bar. Jones diving for it, and he landed very awkwardly. He's in a lot of pain. He's down. Clock stopped at 4:06. On the one that Jones just grabbed, it seemed really awkward for him. He's back up now. He's not going to want to come off the pitch. But that last through ball that he wasn't under pressure to get to, he caught it and went down and seemed in a lot of pain to the point that the AR yelled at him to ask if he was okay.
Yeah, it looked like he was grabbing his collarbone on the inside, on the left-hand side, so we'll keep an eye on it, obviously, for Camden Jones here in the final 4 minutes, but he looks like he wants to gut this one out.
He had that heavy collision with Burns that saw a yellow card issued to Burns. He popped back up really quickly. And this time again, after seemingly being in a lot of pain, he pops back up really quickly. He's going to try to play this free kick. Played it a little too quickly that time. 4:01. Jones is going to gut this thing out. Free kick played short. Lions now play the long ball into the middle third. Flicked on by Perez. It ends up being cleared back into the attacking half for Maynard Jackson. Back and forth action. No one can really get control. The Lions will get a throw on the far side. 3.5 left as they try to find an equalizer. Headed away by Hernandez. Perez keeps it alive for the Lions, but too much on his header. It'll be a throw on the far side for Maynard Jackson. Just over 3 minutes left. Burns will take the throw. Down the line, Dominguez trying to keep it. He cannot. Perez loses it. He gets some help from a teammate, but Dominguez fought back to win it. Dominguez dribbles past one. Up the line to Johnson, who was offside. Close call, Johnson. About a step offside. Blackburn fights back to win a touch. Tackles it away from Perez. Up the line to Johnson. Johnson down to the left side. Pulls it back. Defender goes down. Johnson shoots off the football goalpost. It'll be a goal kick. 2.5 minutes Great footwork from Johnson, but a long-range shot from the flank goes off the football crossbar. Jones grabbed at his collarbone. Again, he didn't have to really make a challenge on that, but he grabbed at his collarbone. He's in pain. He's going to finish this out for Central Carroll. Takes the goal kick short. Knoll has it at the top of his own 18. Just over 2 minutes left. Has to play it long down the right side. Nobody home. It's a throw-in in front of their own bench. Maynard Jackson will take their time. Burns throws it up the flank. Flicked on. Foul called. Free kick for Maynard Jackson. Foul committed by Hooker. .80 seconds remaining. Maynard Jackson gave up 2 goals early. Got 1 back in the first half, 2 in the second. They lead 3-2. Great second half from the Jaguars, not just because they found the goals and the penalty from Diddick. Long free kick. Jones grabs it one-handed. Looks like it's on the left side. His left arm's really bothering him. Takes the punt, dropped it with his right arm down to his right foot. Gets into the attacking half. Lions trying to find a combination. Nothing there. Garibo cuts back to the right. Garibo on the dribble. Looks for the pass. It's not there. It's cleared away. Rodriguez to Little. Now here comes the attack. It's cleared away by Burns. 47 seconds left. Throw in for the Lions. This might be their last opportunity. Ramirez down the line. Taken away by Wallace. Wallace tries to spin away from trouble. Elrod shoved down. And Maynard Jackson with a free kick and 30 seconds left to see this thing out.
When you look at what we're seeing from Maynard Jackson, first-year head coach and Hamal Patel, great work from them on a night like this. A lot that they can build from in a 3-2 win. It looks that way.
Diddick plays a free kick across to Burns. 10 seconds left. Can the Lions get control? Knoll heads it forward. No opportunity to do it. Diddick keeps possession, earns the free kick, and that will do it. What a comeback for Maynard Jackson. Coach Hamal Patel has to be happy with the performance of his Jaguars on a cold night, on a difficult night, on a night where they fell behind by 2. It's the Maynard Jackson Jaguars who take the victory 3-2.
The Lion Dominguez Galasso down 2-0, makes it 2-1 at the end of the first 40 minutes. They come back, score 2 more, get the win 3-2. Quality effort at home on a rough night here at Maynard Jackson with 40-degree temperatures. Quality win for the first-year head coach.
Lots of players go down at the final whistle. Jones, a teammate, comes back to escort him off. He can hardly move his left arm. Players gave everything they had. What a match tonight. 2 great teams that I'm sure we'll be hearing from as the season goes on. Central Carroll, Brennan Little with 2 goals early. They can't make it stand up. Maynard Jackson comes back, and Tomas Diddick with the winner from the penalty spot in the second half. The Jaguars salute the brave, hardy souls who came out to cheer them on. I feel a little brave and hardy after that, too, as well, because, man, it is cold. We're going to go warm up. Hot chocolate and whatever else I can find. Heater in the car, cranked full blast. Because it is a brutal one this evening in East Atlanta. Brutal for Central Carroll to take this loss back home with them on the long bus ride. But a great performance from the Lions. A great match, a great night for high school soccer in Georgia. Thanks for joining us on the SDH Network. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks to both teams and their athletic directors and coaches on the boys and the girls sides for giving us all the information they could to get us ready for this. Maynard Jackson with the 9-0 win in the girls' match to open the night, a 3-2 come-from-behind win in the nightcap. We'll be back next week. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our Soccer Down Here show. You can watch live, twitch.tv/soccerdownhere, if we are thawed out by then. For John Nelson, I am Jason Longshore signing off. Maynard Jackson 3, Central Carroll 2.